In a recent episode of the EX Conversation, I heard from one of our guests how Unily Glass is going to be the way that they simplify the employee's workday. What's something that you're doing to simplify the workday for your employees?
Well, hopefully it's going to be Unily Glass.
Yes.
So that's my holy grail right now that I am really hoping is going to simplify.
In fact, looking at how Unily Glass can build a better digital front door for employees to reduce friction and improve productivity. So I wanted to pick up that thread and find out a bit more. I'm here at Unleash in Las Vegas, and I want to hear from HR leaders what makes a successful digital front door, and is it back for them as a concept? So come with me as I find out from people, as I find out more about the digital front door.
Employee experience is becoming increasingly fragmented, convoluted, new technology arriving in the enterprise, and more we're driving a kind of an initiative to make sense of that, coordinate, orchestrate it, streamline it. And for me, the digital front door acts as this unifying force in the tech landscape for enterprises. It is a platform, if you will, not necessarily a single technology in fact, but it's about the systems that really sit at the core of your tech landscape and bring things together, make sense of the chaos, and bring structure to the world of work.
Is the digital front door back, or did it ever go away? I don't really think the digital front door ever went away. I think the digital door and the exploration was finding the right door to be the digital front door. There's a lot of thought that needs to go behind it, making the right selection so your employees have the best employee experience possible.
From my perspective, the digital front door has always been an aspirational part of the digital employee experience. We've always kind of aimed to achieve that, but never quite reached that kind of higher level of delivery. And I think if we were to wind the clock back and talk about the advent of integrations in employee experience platforms, they kind of try to do a lot of that. They try to bring together the right systems at the right time and in the right places, but ultimately fell short of the mark because those kind of integrated data sets and transactions were locked in place, locked in a specific context. So for me now, the way that AI is reshaping how we can engage with multiple systems in new contexts has really just elevated the digital front door narrative, a new opportunity to really clear the clutter for our employees.
So the concept of a digital front door has been around for years. Many years before, it was not possible because AI did not exist to actually smooth a lot of the connections out and to also make it so that it made sense for everybody in your workplace. Because when you tried to design it previously, it would maybe meet the needs of one person, but if I'm a salesperson, I'm not going into the intranet or wherever you're building your front door. I'm going over to Salesforce, if I'm allowed to use brand names. Right now, I think it's possible. The only hesitation I have is that there are so many vendors who are trying to claim that territory, who are trying to be that entry point to the workplace. And I think after years of overlapping tools, people just want simplicity, which this would offer. But if there's many competing for the same thing, where do they go?
I think the digital front door is extremely important in today's time, especially when enterprises strive to provide a digital ecosystem for associates to operate in. There is an overload of applications, just like we have on our personal phones, inside of enterprises as well. And I think that highlights the importance of a digital front door.
What will separate the winners from the losers in the digital front door race? I'm going to say they make it easy to use. They make it very easy to interact with. Trustworthiness is going to be part of it. If it is not giving the people, getting people to where they want, if it is not following through on what people ask for, that will be a bad part. So I think trustworthiness, ease of use, user experience, nice, clean interaction, and just the smooth integrations.
There are many, but I think the one that stands out is the ability of a digital front door to be an orchestrator between, let's just say multiple agents between multiple applications that exist inside of an enterprise, truly being the pane of glass that is necessary.
Unily Glass is important not just to Unily customers, but also as it sets a new precedent for the world of digital employee experience. Gone are the days of traditional integration approaches. Unily Glass provides that window, that one-stop shop, a true one-stop shop, a single pane of glass into all of your business systems. And through it, users can not only find and access information faster, but they can also transact better and quicker than ever. And so this really kind of helps intranets and employee experience platforms to unlock a new critical flow, information to action. We've always been great at distributing knowledge to people in a highly personalized way, cutting through noise in a complex workplace. But now, when they find that piece of information, they can take the next best informed action in that flow without breaking, without friction, without bouncing from system to system. And that's what Unily Glass represents. It is another unifying force for that digital front door narrative.
So there you have it, lots of different perspectives about the digital front door and the qualities of a good one. I also held an exclusive roundtable with senior HR leaders, and when I surveyed them, not a single one thought they actually had an effective digital front door, so definitely still some work to do. If you want to see my opinion about it, you can click through to my opinion piece now, but also you can check out the full Unily Glass demo to see how you can build an effective digital front door. So, what do you two think about the digital front door?